Good morning all. Welcome to our much awaited video lecture. As you know, we started coding section of our syllabus, and here this video lecture is very beneficial if you want to be a good coder, if you want to be a very good software developer, if you want to be a programmer, right? So here in this video lecture we will discuss about something related with coding. Clear? Here you know that in our syllabus we are having a very great language. The name of the language is Python, means Python language. It is there in our syllabus, and with the help of Python you can create software, you can create websites, you can create different web related tools, and also you can create mobile applications. Right? Python is everywhere nowadays. You can see Python coding in the Amazon app. You can see Python coding in the Flipkart interface. And Facebook also use the code, some snap of code related with this Python language. Right? So before you start coding, very first thing you should keep in your mind always, that is, just see our computer is having cabinet, computer is having monitor, it is having keyboard, it is having mouse, speaker, mic, different hardware equipments are related, are connected and form a computing device. So here this computer is known as a digital computer, and the digital computer works on machine language only, works on digital language only. What is there in machine language? Your computer understands 0 and 1. It is there in binary language. Your computer understands 0 and 1 only. The sequence of 0 and 1 means the binary language only. Right? So now, if you want to perform something, if you want to do something in your PC, you should know binary language or what? You know the binary language. If you want to work on your computer, the basic language of your computer is binary only. So to perform something on your PC, you should know something about this binary language. Right? Now we are going to start coding. We are going to start developing our individual software. For software development, different languages are there, right? Suppose if you want to create a document in your PC, you should have Microsoft Word or any text editor installed in your PC. If you want to create a slide in your computer, then you should have PowerPoint. PowerPoint should be there installed in your PC, right? If you want to conduct any video editing work, some video editing softwares are there in the market, you just purchase one software and install in your PC. Means each and every specific work can be conducted by using a specific software only, by using a particular software only. Right? Now, if you want to build your individual software, build your program, if you want to do coding, you require a specific computer's programming language. Different programming languages are available in the market, and if we are going to count these languages, these are more than 20. Right? So, if you want to create a software, create your individual software in your computer, you should have a specific programming language installed in your PC. Right? Now, if we want to see how many different computer programming languages are there in the world, so very first, the oldest language, the direct language that your computer understands directly, it is known as machine language. If you know the coding in binary language, if you just know the binary language completely, this criteria is there under machine language, right? Machine language is very much tough, very much typical, and it requires a very great knowledge related with each and every binary code. Suppose if you want to print something, if you want to create a software, create a code to print hello on the monitor, right? So the command is print and hello. Now you should know the binary code of P, binary code of I, then R and T, print command, 5 different alphabets are there. You should know the binary code of each and every alphabet, each and every uppercase as well as lowercase alphabet. Then only you can create a software in the machine language. Machine language means purely binary language. It is very much tough. A normal person, if you want to understand the machine language, you require 2 or 3 years to work on it. Right? So instead of machine language is outdated now. Now instead of machine language, the second generation, it is related with assembly language. It is also outdated, but it was an experiment to shift the computer's coding from binary to English. Yes, binary to English. Binary language is very much tough for the users, so the scientists developed a language that accept English language words, that accept English language commands. Here it is known as assembly language, right? It is the scope of this assembly language is very less. We can say very small amount of commands are there in this assembly language, but it is an experimental purpose only. So assembly language means each and every command of this assembly language, it is there in English. You can write your code in English language only. You can write the commands in English language only. But here the thing is, if you create a software, if you create a program in assembly language, in English, your computer cannot understand. Right? So here your program is there in English language and you want to execute the program, this English language program into your machine knows binary code only. Here English, here binary. Is it possible? It is not possible at all to execute an English language command on a digital machine, on a binary machine. Right? So English binary here. You require one translator in between the user, in between the programmer and the computer. One translator is there in between these two different things. Right? What is the role of this translator? This translator is known as assembler. It is a software only. Right? So, if you created a program in assembly language and you want to execute this program on your PC, you require one translator and the name of that translator, it is assembler. Right? So your program goes towards the assembler. Assembler, what is the role of assembler? What is the role of translator over here? Translator is going to convert the assembly language program, going to convert the each and every command that is written in English language in the assembly language. Assembler is going to convert these English language commands into machine language and then the machine code directly executed on your PC. Right? So here the coding is somehow simple. In machine language and in assembly language, if we compare these two different languages, machine language is very hard to understand, very tough to execute, very tough to manage the software codes that are written in machine language because 010101 are there only. Right? And when you create your program in assembly language knows the English commands, executes the English command, so it is very easy to understand this assembly language to create your individual program in assembly language. Right? Now, assembly language is having very small scope. You can create simple programs only, just like addition program, just like subtraction program, division program and all. But nowadays, the programming terminology, the programming world, it is too much high. Right? So that the assembly language is outdated from the market and the world is shifted on high level languages. Near about 12 to 15 different high level languages are there in the market. C, C++, Foxtrot, Python, these languages are there and all these languages are under the category of high level language. Right? High level language is also connected with general English only. General English means what? the commands, the functions, the terms that are there in high level language are directly related with English language only. Means you just create your software in English words, in English commands, and then one specific translator is there available for you. This translator is going to convert this English language program into machine language, right? So here, suppose I am going to give one example, one coding example. If you want to print hello by using Python, the command for that is this one: print bracket hello. Just see how simple it is. Print command, a word related with English, print. Then here the string that you want to appear on the monitor, print hello. It is the command only to appear hello on the monitor. So how easy the high level languages are, right? Python is there under the category of high level languages. Now the market goes up. High level languages are converted into fourth generation language. Here in this fourth generation language, graphical user interface are added, some near to life approaches are added in the programming, and the programming goal, the programming criteria, it is somehow big. Then the world is shifted on fifth generation language. Fifth generation means artificial intelligence is added in the programming language under this fifth generation. Clear? And some different tools such as artificial intelligence and this filtration approaches, queries, these are included in the fifth generation language, right? But if you want to get the knowledge of coding, if you want to get the knowledge related with how to create a software, how to create a program, you should learn one of any high level language. High level languages are the starting barrier. जैसे लोग ये बोलते हैं, if you want to know your computer, if you want to understand or if you want to learn computer, in each and every class सबसे पहला चैप्टर होता है विंडोज के ऊपर. सबसे पहले आपको सिखाया जाता है ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. व्हाट इज ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम, हाउ मेनी different functions are there of operating system. So here जैसे कंप्यूटर सीखने के लिए सबसे पहले आपको ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम विंडोज सीखना पड़ता है, देन आप वर्ड, एक्सेल, पावरपॉइंट सीखते हो. सेम वैसे ही इफ यू want to know something related with this software development, very first you should learn one of any high level language. There are 12 to 15 different high level languages are there. Just select any one language, just improve your coding skill in that particular language, and then after understand the coding properly, you can jump towards the fourth generation language directly. कोई ये बोले भाई मुझे सीधा फोर्थ जनरेशन लैंग्वेज सीखनी है, तो उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा टफ हो जाएगा, राइट? इसीलिए इन ईच एंड एवरी syllabus related with this computer software engineering, very first students are going to understand about any one high level language. Clear? In the previous syllabus, C++ ये चला करती थी. सबसे पहले बच्चों को C++ सिखाया जाता था, जावा सिखाई जाती थी. Then after that C और C++ they directly towards the Visual Basic, then this Visual Java and other tool पे बच्चे शिफ्ट होते थे. Clear? So to understand the coding properly, to get a very good knowledge of coding, you should learn high level language very first. Then you can move towards any fourth generation language, any fifth generation language according to your style. Right? So here, these are the different languages. Now, just see this part of the board here. The very first topic, it is the role of translators. Notes have been already shared, have been already uploaded in the entire section. Just understand the concept only in a very brief. Right? There are 3 different translators related with programming. These are the programming translator. तो ये मत समझना हिंदी को इंग्लिश में कन्वर्ट करना है तो बीच में जो सॉफ्टवेयर और ट्रांसलेटर. नो, these are the programming translators. Translators available with the programming language only. Right? So here, the first translator, it is assembler. The second translator, it is interpreter. The third one, it is compiler. 3 different translators are there in the market. Now, if you created your program in assembly language, you require assembler. Just install assembler from the internet to your PC, and with the help of assembler, you can convert your assembly language program into machine language. Overall, at last, कंप्यूटर में तो मशीन लैंग्वेज का प्रोग्राम ही रन होगा. मशीन लैंग्वेज के अलावा कोई प्रोग्राम आप नहीं चला सकते हो. इफ यू क्रिएटेड अ प्रोग्राम इन हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज, आपको क्या करना है? हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज, यू जस्ट कन्वर्ट योर हाई लेवल लैंग्वेज प्रोग्राम इनटू मशीन लैंग्वेज. देन एंड देन ओनली योर कंप्यूटर विल एग्जीक्यूट द कोड. क्लियर? सो हियर assembler is required if your program is there in assembly language and you want to convert it into machine language so that the program can be executed on the monitor, can be executed on the computer, right? So here assembler is required. Now interpreter, compiler, two different translators are there. Both of these translators are related with high level languages, right? Interpreter means, I told you that near about 12 to 15 different high level languages are there in the market. Some of them requires interpreter to convert its code into machine language. Some of high level languages required compiler to convert its code into machine language. By machine language में तो convert करना ही पड़ेगा. आप चाहो डायरेक्ट मैंने प्रोग्राम बनाया C लैंग्वेज पाइथन में प्रोग्राम बनाया सीधा कंप्यूटर को तो चला दे, होगा नहीं. You should convert your program into machine language and then only your computer will execute the particular code, right? So here for high level languages, two different translators are available. Some languages support translators, some languages support compiler. Now what is the difference in that? Very first, ये तो समझो translator का काम क्या है. The role of translator is first, translator checks your program thoroughly. If any error is there in your code, if any bug is there in your code, if any mistake is there in your code, it will show the error on the monitor. कितना easy है कोडिंग. देखो आपने कोई गलत लाइन टाइप कर दी कोडिंग में, कोई यूजलेस लाइन टाइप कर दी, या कोई ऐसे कोई लाइन टाइप कर दी, तुरंत पकड़ लेगा ट्रांसलेटर, तुरंत पकड़ के आपको बताएगा रीचेक द लाइन, दिस लाइन हैज some errors, right? So here the very first role of translator, it is going to check your program thoroughly. If any mistake is there, if any error is there in your program, it will generate error messages on the monitor. सबसे पहले आपको error message देगा, line number 1 this error, line number 5 this error, line number 10 this error. Now your work, you should remove all the errors and then again you can send your program to the translator, right? फिर कोई error हुआ, again translator shows error messages. Now when your program is errorless means not a single error is there in your program, then only the translator is going to convert your code into machine language, right? Two different works are related with translator. First, it will check your program and shows the error message. Second, if your program is errorless, then only it is going to convert your program into machine code. Machine code digital language के अंदर, digital binary language के अंदर आपका program convert हो जाएगा. And then the converted program, the machine code, you can execute the particular software directly on your computer, right? So here, interpreter, compiler. Now role of translators are same, but the working style of these two different translators, interpreter and compiler, is different, right? Suppose you have written 10 line of codes in your software and you supply your software to interpreter for converting code. Interpreter is a line-based translator, is a line-based converter. It checks each and every line separately. If the first line, it has no error, it will convert it into machine code and the line is executed on the PC. Then it will check second line, no error, convert, execute. Third line, if line number 3 has some error, it will show the error message. जब तक आप वो error remove नहीं करते हो, तब तक वो line number 3 convert नहीं होगी, execute नहीं होगी. So interpreter is a line-based translator. It will take each and every line of your code, of your software, of your program, and check each and every line separately, convert each and every line separately in the machine code. Now, what is there in compiler? Compiler is a file mode translator. It will take the entire file, take the entire program. If your program is having 100 lines, it will take all these 100 lines at one go. Check all the lines, shows error message that are there in each and every line, and once your whole program is errorless, all these 100 lines are errorless, then and then only this program is converted into machine language. So we can say the compiler is a file-based translator. Clear? So here, now the next topic, how to start coding. How to start coding? How to start slide making? If you want to prepare a slide, very first you should check that PowerPoint or any slide maker software is there in your PC or not. How to start coding? Very first you should select any one language out of these many. एक तो language select करो जिसके अंदर program बनाना है. For that we select Python because it is there in our syllabus, right? So the first thing, select a specific language. Now languages are two different types. TUI, text user interface. GUI, graphical user interface. Two different type of languages are there. Text user interface means a language without graphic. GUI means a language with graphics, right? So here, just select one language out of many, and install this language into your PC. Mostly 80% languages are free of course. It is easily available on the internet. If you want to install Python in your PC, Python is also available free of course on the internet. Just download Python from internet and install it into your PC. Right? So first step is over. Select a specific language and install that particular language into your computer. Second, know the interface. इंटरफेस मीन्स पाइथन तो ले ली, डाउनलोड तो कर ली, अब उसमें तो जानते नहीं, खोल के बैठे हैं पाइथन, अपन देख रहे हैं, जब से कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है क्या. So the second step, you should know each and every entity that is there on the Python editor. File, menus, different menus are there. किस मेन्यू के अंदर क्या चीज है? What are there on the interface? On the editor of the particular language, तो ये जानना भी जरूरी है. Now second thing, know the interface, what is there on the monitor, what is there on the starting screen of the particular programming language, right? Now basic coding terms, ये भी जानना जरूरी है अगर सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइन में जाना है. Coding terms, some specific names are there in this coding environment. क्या क्या नेम होते हैं? कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट, बड़ा भारी नाम है, देख के ऐसा लगता है पता नहीं क्या है. लूप्स, कॉमन नेम्स, सम वेरी कॉमन नेम्स. अरे, देन पॉइंटर्स, वेरिएबल्स, कांस्टेंट्स, कीवर्ड्स, आइडेंटिफायर्स, सम different terms are there in this programming environment. So you should know the meaning of each and every term. जैसे इंग्लिश पढ़ते तो क्या बोलते हैं? हेल्पिंग वर्ब. व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ हेल्पिंग वर्ब? आपको मालूम होना चाहिए. ऑब्जेक्ट, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट, व्हाट इज द रोल ऑफ सब्जेक्ट, ये मालूम होना चाहिए, तभी तो अपन इंग्लिश के अंदर लाइन बना सकते हैं. सेम वैसे सम डिफरेंट कोडिंग टर्म्स आर देयर रिलेटेड विद प्रोग्रामिंग एनवायरनमेंट. सब प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में कॉमन है. लूप, it is there in each and every programming language. Conditional statement, you should know what is conditional statement. It is there in each and every language. कोई भी language हो, C, C++, Python, Java, NetBeans, in each and every language loop word is there, right? Then case sensitivity. What is there in case sensitivity? Case sensitivity means some languages are very strong to counter the case of the particular command. Suppose in Python, the print command, it is there in small letters, right? You should use this print command in small letter only. But if the if you write this print command in capital like this one or like this one, Python shows, Python generates an error. It is the case sensitivity. If the commands are there in a small letter, you should write the command in a small letter only. Right? It is case sensitive. Or if you create a variable by using capital case, capital A, throughout the program you should use this capital A only. If you use small a, errors may occur. It is the case sensitivity. Now, some statement means each and every line that you wrote in your program, it is somehow known as statement. It is known as a statement in English. If I wrote a paragraph, that paragraph contains 5 lines. So what is the same? I can say 5 different lines are there in this paragraph. Same. Each and every line is known as a statement in the coding. Right? If I wrote 5 lines in any programming language, my 5 statements are there in that particular software. Right? Then the block of statement, then the terminators, these different words are there. In the next video, we will discuss about these basic coding terms. Right? Thank you very much.